Greetings guys, Apollo Creed here, voice of the common man. Hope you're all well. Big love and respect to all my subscribers, likers, sharers and commenters. Yous are the real, spreading the word of the common man. So, this is to explain a few things for people who aren't too bright and can't work things out for themselves and have to be taught. You know what I mean? So, explaining things about decades paperwork for you so you can understand, alright? So, they're saying they saw his paperwork and they said there's no NFAs on his paperwork. Yes, there is no NFAs on his paperwork. So, he can't have shown them a subject access request because that shows your NFAs, and Decca has admitted to having 2 NFAs. So he hasn't shown them the full paperwork, has he? Because they said they saw paperwork without any NFAs on it. So that proves he just showed them the police certificate, which he showed on his own channel months ago. He hasn't shown the SAR acro, which shows all of his NFAs, obviously, okay? And that's what he promised to show. That's what he promised to send off for and meet me with, and he didn't. That's what he promised to show after the fight, live on camera to people, which he didn't, okay? So the case of the matter is, he did not show his SAR acro. That is proven because the Joyces said they saw his paperwork and there was no NFAs. So that proves he hasn't shown the SAR acro because that would show your NFAs. And Dickie has already admitted to having 2 NFAs. So he hasn't shown the full paperwork, what he promised. Now, if that hurts people's feelings, I can't help you. Just unsubscribe from me. Now, I can't prove that he's an N or a grapist. I've always said that. I can't prove whether he's an N or a grapist, and I don't know 100% if he is. And that's the paperwork he was going to show with all of his NFAs on, what he promised the people, and he promised the people he'd applied for on the 5th of May. But he hasn't shown the SAR acro. I repeat once again, because the Joyces said they've seen his paperwork and it has no NFAs on it. So that proves he hasn't shown it, because Decca admits to having NFAs himself. Okay, so he hasn't shown the full paperwork. If that upsets people, I can't help it. Like I say, unsubscribe if that upsets you. It's not my problem that he hasn't shown the full paperwork, is it? If you can't work that one out, seek help. Okay, so the fight's changed nothing. Yes, he won, but the fight's changed nothing. And I will repeat again, I can't say whether he's the grapist or an N, okay? But he promised to show the SAR acro to the public. He applied for it on the 5th of May, okay? And he didn't show it to the Joyces, because if he did show it to the Joyces, they would have said they'd seen his NFAs, and they're saying that they haven't. So he hasn't shown the full paperwork. He's just shown the one he did on his channel before. And it was Decca who agreed to show his SAR acro. Nobody else. He said he'd sent off for it. So that's his problem. Nobody else's, okay? If you can't work that one out, you need to go back to school.